Holding it down from the ground all the way to Chinatown. This is AudioNet Channel 9. You're in the People Show. Inside of the People Show with your boy DJ GJ, a.k.a. the Cobra Commander G. Jones, the People's Champion. We were talking about the top 7 teams in title contention next season. Number 5, the Indiana Pacers. Oh yeah, I said it. We're going there. They pushed the Heat to a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. That was no accident. That is a tough, talented team that appears finally poised to re-energize the long delusioned hoops fans of Indianapolis. So we'll see. The checklist of tasks to keep the Pacers on the path to title contention is pretty simple. Re-sign David West. Fill out that terrible, god-awful bench with size, ball handling, and a pinch of suiting, and hope that Danny Granger can still play the same after knee surgery. So long as those 3 things hold, and Paul George and Lance Stevenson continue to improve, the Pacers should be in prime condition to contend, along with a few other teams, for top dog status in the East. We'll see. Number 4, the San Antonio Spurs. That window isn't closed yet on the title run, even after losing out on that 5th championship. These guys have 4 already. They have a lot of cap space freeing up this summer, and I don't think they bring back Ginobili. I think he retires, and then they'll have $17 million to spend on the open market. Even if they do bring him back and he doesn't want to retire, it'll be at a pay cut, minus $4 or $5 million. Either way, the Spurs are set up to compete next season and beyond. It really, as long as Tim Duncan still plays. Duncan plays, everything else falls into place. Tony Parker, perennial MVP. Don't got to worry about him. Kawhi Leonard, star in the making. And Danny Green and Thiago Splitter are incredible role players. Good stuff. So we'll see how they do. Number 3, OKC. They probably would have been back in the finals if not for what happened with Russell Westbrook. Let's face it, they probably are the best team in the West when everybody's healthy. But Westbrook appears to be recovering well. He's already off crutches. He had his knee surgery in April. There's no timetable for his return, but he'll probably be back before the season starts. We'll see. As long as they can get him back, everything else will fall into place. OKC, looking good at number 3. Number 2. Oh yeah, we're going there. And this is not a biased opinion. It just is what it is. Number 2, the Chicago Bulls. Apparently, the Vegas odds makers feel about as good about the Chicago Bulls as I do. They feel very good about D. Rose. And Coach Tom Thibodeau certainly feels good about everything, especially Derrick Rose. And I quote, I worked him out about a week ago. It was great. Watching the way he's moving now, there's a confidence. The reporters in the media may not have been able to see the total work he was putting in, but he was putting in an enormous amount of work each and every day. He just never got to the explosiveness he was comfortable with, but I think he's there now. He feels great, and that's the most important thing. End quote. Well, I'll tell you what, the Bulls had better hope so. Chicago did incredibly well to win 45 games, finish 5th in the East, advance to the second round of the postseason, and claim a postseason victory on the road, might I add, against the champs. But there's no way that the Bulls are even coming close to that Larry O'Brien trophy unless Rose is back being a superstar. We all know that. The Bulls could use a shooter or two to take the pressure off Rose so much. But I think that's the only key that they're missing there. A perennially healthy Rose and a shooter or two, a specialist, a Ray Allen of sorts. Number 1, the Miami Heat. Come on. What could it have been anybody else? These guys, first of all this drama surrounding the Big 3, you know how I feel about it, Central. Get rid of Chris Bosh. You owe him $19.5 million at the end of this season. Cut him loose. Let's find a real big man, a real bruiser, somebody that Chris Anderson was supposed to be. And we'll see. They had they had one heck of a time. They had one heck of a time defending that title this season. Extending that championship streak to a three-peat, can they do it? I'm not sure. But they are certainly poised to be, they certainly deserve to have it talked about. They certainly deserve to be in that conversation. I think they could pull off a three-peat, and they are certainly, they're posed to be in that position. Especially when you consider D-Wade's knees, Bosch's inconsistency, the advancing age of the supporting cast. I mean, those guys aren't getting any younger. They're definitely not going to contend for that much longer. They need to start rebuilding that franchise now. And they have virtually no cap room. They need some new blood. They need some young guys. But then again, LeBron James. Argument over. Guys, I got some Luda, some Kendrick, and some French Montana coming up for you immediately. You want to hear something specifically, hit me up, 919-530-7449. 919-530-7449. You can listen to us anywhere, anytime in the world, www.nccuaudionet.org. Twitter, at audionet_9 or at gjones007, no space, no underscore necessary. We are your student and information station, AudioNet Channel 9, baby, the student voice of NCCU. Let's ride. I got hoes.